9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello again.
Yo, yo,
Hello
yo.
again.
Welcome
Again,
back
my
to the day.
love.
And I know it's been
Welcome
a minute.
back
Don't want to wait
to a good feeling.
until I
From
got in
head to toe
season
and back
two.
to your right
This is
skin.
cuddle season here. We're
We
going
can
to
be
start talking
loved.
about a lot of different things.
Sugar
That's
got
right. Some of y'all
sugar got those
scratch.
you can be sway. You can sway around my way. Now, baby, tell me how that sounded. You're glad you came. You gon' be glad you came around.
Once again, thank you. Welcome. Hey, look, we're going to talk about chivalry. Is it dead or is it alive? Dead or alive? It's like one of those debates that keeps popping up in conversation, especially with the ever-changing social dynamics. So we're gonna break down. We just gonna break it down just a little bit, um, and we're gonna have some fun with it. Some people might say that it's on life support, or some people always say it is piss in the day too. So people are just too busy with their own lives to focus on the grand gestures of chivalry and honesty. So in honesty, there has been a shift in how we view relationships and gender roles. But wait, don't start digging a grave for chivalry just yet. It may be evolving rather than disappearing. I know you like shit. Ain't nothing evolving. These motherfuckers out here are crazy. But look, we gonna get into it. So let's get into the old age. Everybody asks that question: is chivalry dead or is it alive? Of course, it's an old age way of thinking, but to people like myself that's been raised that way or raised um, in the South or just raised by pure being mutually respectful, um, it's nothing strange, right? It's nothing strange to men or women because women can have a sense of chivalry as well. Um, you know, it's nothing strange to the gesture. So, the conversation is just not about tradition, but how we treat each other in a relationship, friendship, and even in our everyday interaction. So whether you're a romantic or you're romantic at heart or just curious about human connections, hey, let's stick around. Let's take a little dive into it. So let's understand it. So to kick things off, let's talk about chivalry. So it is often thought of as what a code of conduct followed by knights in the Middle Ages. That's where this started from. So this code focused on honor, courtesy, bravery, and respect, especially towards women. But what does chivalry mean in the modern context? And is it really dead? So first, let's clear up what chivalry is, and what it should look like today. It's just not about opening doors for women or offering your coat on a cold day, fellas. Look, those are nice gestures. Don't get me wrong. But true chivalry is about respect, equality, and making people feel valued. For example, it's about listening to others, offering support when needed, and being considerate of people's emotions, regardless of gender. Being considerate of people's emotions, regardless of gender. Now, is chivalry dead? That answer really depends on where you look. Some say it's an outdated concept with ideas of gender roles that kind of don't fit in with modern society. And then others argue that, it's very much alive, but just looks kind of a little bit different. So instead of knights and, people on horses, maybe it's about being present, passionate, and respectful in relationships. Have we ever thought about how we talk to somebody? Let's not talk at them, but talk to them. You get a lot of results when you talk to people and not it. The question here isn't so much about whether chivalry is dead, but how it's evolving in a time where equality and respect are at the forefront of this societal change that we have. So gender plays a complete role in this. Now I know, ladies, you are gonna say, well, men shouldn't want to be chivalrized, and men should want that. If a man want that, they sassy, and you know, men want to be respected too. Men want to be treated, you know, um, as such. Men want to be honored. Men want to feel appreciated, but it's different ways into doing that. So, let's look at how gender um, roles and expectations play a big part in it. So historically, men are expected to be the ones to show the behavior, holding the door, paying for dinner, offering assistance to women. But in today's society, in today's world, those expectations are evolving. Many people believe that kindness, respect, and thoughtfulness should be a mutual thing, regardless of the gender. I do agree with the kindness, respect, and thoughtfulness. That is a mutual thing, but it's just some things that men should do. And I'm not going to get into that here because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of feedback. Oh, you can't be saying that. Men, we want to be loved and felt and appreciated too. But it's just certain shit that men shouldn't want or do. And, you know, uh, like, for example, I'm simple. Shit, you could just bring me some bath water and feed me. I'm happy. I don't need shit else. But some men need more than that. Some men need talked to, or some men need their ego jerked, and some women, feel like, of course, it's they're of course sassy for that. Um, and that just is a societal, image. You know, for example, it's not about men showing chivalry to women. Women can just be as considerate and respectful towards men in ways that build connection and trust. So it's about equality in the way we interact with one another. So it's about both people in a relationship or friendship having a sense of responsibility towards treating each other well. In fact, modern chivalry can be about recognizing someone's needs and responding with respect. It's not about one gender performing these acts for the other, but about understanding that we all deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. So chivalry may not be dead, but perhaps it's just kind of becoming more balanced and dynamic. Now, women, don't take this the wrong way. I'm pretty sure some of y'all will. Why do men need to be chivalrized, or why do men, think that that was something for them? Yeah, it's been a gesture that men showed women throughout history, throughout time. To a certain extent with that piece, I agree with you. Um, but it has come down to some men and a lot of men have feelings too, and they feel they're a little more voiceful than others. Um, as far as how they feel about things, you know. So those are the men when you meet them, those are the ones you have to have that communication with on expectations. It's all about expectations. It's all about setting those boundaries and expectations first. Now, let's go into trust in relationships, right? So we're gonna talk about trust in the relationships. It's a key element that's even more important than chivalry when it comes to building strong relationships. Trust is the foundation upon which every meaningful relationship is built, whether it's romantic, it's friendly, um, it's familial. But how do we earn and maintain trust in today's world? Hmm, you know, I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say it. First thing, communication. Understand communication. The first thing is learning how to communicate and taking constructive criticism without getting defensive. Look, people, don't don't do not bring up something um, about something that happened a week ago when that person brings up something that they feel today. It's not about you at that moment. It's about them. You should have said what you had to say a week ago. So the first step towards building true honesty is being transparent about your intentions, your feelings, and your needs, which allows the other person to feel safe. This means communicating openly and clearly. And if you're in a romantic relationship or even just a friendship, communication is crucial. If you got to over communicate, over communicate. You know, communication is key in maintaining a healthy relationship with anybody. Don't expect the other person to read your brain. Don't expect the other person to read your mind. You don't have freaking palm readers or mind readers. Be clear about what you want, what you expect, and what you're offering in return. Without communication, misunderstandings and assumptions can quickly erode trust. So, number one thing is being honest and communicate. Even if you think it's going to hurt somebody's feelings, still be honest. Number two, out of all things, consistency. Be consistent. Trust is also built on consistency. It's not about grand gestures, it's about showing up and being reliable over time. Whether it's keeping your promises, being punctual, or just kind of being someone who can be counted on for stuff. So consistency builds confidence in a relationship or confidence in any type of friendship. Be consistent. When you're dependable, the other person knows that they can trust you with their time, emotions, and vulnerabilities. With the complete political mindset that everybody is in right now, time is of an essence. And when a person can trust you with their time, emotions, and their vulnerabilities, you'll see, how fast that relationship grows as far as the strength of it. And then, let's respect each other boundaries. We got to respect each other boundaries. If it's something I don't like, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. I don't expect you to completely, do it. Like if I don't like it, don't do it. That's just point blank. I don't care if you're playing or not. Just respect people boundaries. We have boundaries for a reason. And respecting those boundaries is a huge part of trust building. So this includes both emotional and physical boundaries. Everyone has their limits. And being aware of and respecting those boundaries is key to fostering trust. Sometimes it is easy to think, excuse me, we know what someone needs or wants, but it's important to ask and to be receptive of what they're saying. Don't catch attitude because they're telling you, they have certain boundaries. Be respectful. You might not like it. It might make you feel a certain type of way. Shake it off and be respectful. No one should feel pressured or manipulated into crossing those boundaries. And trust is strengthening when both parties feel safe and understood. Um, when you set those boundaries and people can trust you to respect those boundaries, you know, then the trust is strengthened between both parties. So, you know, I've covered, three huge things um, in regards to how, chivalry is not dead and how you can still, enforce it and how you could still, kind of, drive the perfection of, being chivalrous. Um, Now, how can men and women support each other? So first, before I go into that, right? Let me go into some tips for men um about being chivalrous. So first, men, let's talk about this. Show respect and kindness. Look, simple gestures like holding the door, offering to help a hand with, heavy bags or to carry something for someone can go a long way. It's not about doing it for the sake of tradition, but do it because you want to. And you want to, it's something you want to do or you was raised to do it and you were brought up to do it without wanting something in return. Do it because you want to. Then, be a good listener. Sometimes women or anybody just need to vent. Be a good listener. And you don't necessarily have to engage. You just need to be a good listener and really listen when someone speaks. It shows that you respect their thoughts and feelings. Sometimes active listening means giving them your full attention, asking questions to understand, what they're talking about better and not interrupting. And then support her, you know, or his goals and dreams. Be encouraging and supportive in their personal ambition. Show that you believe in their capabilities, whether it's their career, creative projects, or hobbies. And then be the kind of partner or friend who pushes them to be the best version of themselves. Meaning, be a cheerleader for your friend. Now, also, when your friend is wrong and negative, you tear that ass up. You say, no, we're not gonna do that. You negative. You need to get that negative spirit off you. You need to come back to this positive light. We all have those days where we negative. You sometimes you need that friend or that other that's gonna drive you to that positive side. Be reliable and consistent. Trustworthiness and consistency are huge parts of chivalry. If you say you're gonna do something, damn it, do it. Follow through on it. Being dependable builds respect and strengthens relationships. And then offer your time and attention, fellas. Look, give the other person your undivided attention, whether it's during a conversation, a date, or even just hanging out. Put that phone away. Make eye contact. Show genuine interest in what they're saying. Shit, go over next to them if you're at a restaurant and you all are having a conversation. Go sit next to them. Don't sit across from them. Sit next to them. Shit, get a fork. Feed them. Hell, let them feed you. Shit, share a drink. That's get you're trying to get close to that person and not saying you got to be all physical, but close contact and energy always comes off the body when you're sitting next to a person. Now, women, I couldn't leave you out. Now, men like some of this stuff too, but it's a little different when you're doing this for men. Look, men are simple. We're simple creatures. They just want to feel men want to feel appreciated more than anything else. And men do not want to come home to no nagging woman, no nagging person. Men want to come home to peace. And let me repeat that. Men want to come home or have a sense of Peace. Peace. So, look, women, ladies, small gestures can make a big difference. For example, cooking a small meal or planning a surprise outing or just sending a text saying, "Hey, I just wanted to see how you're doing. Anything I could do, that's gonna make your day easier, um, just to show that you care. Be respectful and courteous. Just showing respect to the people around you, regardless of their gender, is a huge part of just modern chivalry. Hey, say thank you, offering a compliment, show appreciation, for your male partner. It goes a long way. And then encourage open communication, especially if you're male or your man. And this goes for men too. Um, they come home from a long day. Encourage that other person to express their thoughts and feelings without judgment. Say, have a seat with me. Let's talk. How was your day? Let me know what I can do to make it better. Let's talk about it, and let me give you some solutions, and you know, ease their mind when they come home. Because a lot of people don't know, how the workday has been. Being in a safe space for someone to open up can build deep connections and trust. So practice active listening too. Don't just hear, but understand and empathize. And this goes for both male and female. And then empathy and compassion. Practice empathy by trying to understand the other person's perspective. Show some compassion when they're going through tough times. Offer emotional support when needed. Being there for someone is a meaningful way to strengthen the relationship. And then sometimes you just have to be self-sufficient and independent. You know, it's if you have a male and he comes home and he know that you're kind of self-sufficient and independent, where you're like, I know this is your job to take care of it, but I took care of it, so you know you didn't have to do it because I know you've had a rough day. Then hey, a lot of men will appreciate that. Now that goes for both sides. Both sides, men and women, have to find a way to kind of be chivalrous to each other. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with appreciation. It's all about feeling and being appreciated. So, how can men and women support Men and women can be creative in an environment where mutual respect, care, and understanding thrive. When I say creative, do things where you can test each other mutual respect and understanding, and you thrive together. So for men, show empathy, um, understand the emotional needs of those around you, be a good listener, really hear what that other person is saying without immediately trying to fix the situation. And then make your actions align with your words. Let me say this again. Make your actions align with your words. Let your say match your do. Don't just say you care, show it through thoughtful gestures and commitment. This is for my fellas. Now, for my women, you got to be supportive of your men. Help encourage your partner or friend to achieve their goals and aspirations. Show appreciation. That word I have said maybe 20 times already. Show appreciation. That's all men want. Acknowledge when someone does something thoughtful or makes an effort to be there for you. Be honest and vulnerable. Share your thoughts, feelings openly, allowing that other person to do the same. Now, for both men and women, the key is mutual respect. When both parties feel heard, valued, and appreciated, that trust mark flourishes. Men, don't get defensive when your lady have a bad attitude, or when she's going through a rough day. Sit down with her, see what you can do to make her day better. Listen to her, um, you know, and support her. Ladies, make sure you make your meal, your friend feel appreciated. Most men, that is the only thing that they require is to feel appreciated. Now, I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, chivalry might not be completely dead, but it's evolving. It has evolved into something more inclusive, mutual, and centered um, on respect. Men and women both have a role to play in building trust, and this can only happen when we approach our relationships with honesty, consistency, and empathy. In the end, whether we're talking about chivalry or trust or honesty, it's all about treating others the way we want to be treated. So, the question I ask you all, is chivalry dead? I don't think so. I think it's changing with the times, and that's okay. As long as we stay committed to being kind, respectful, and understanding, we're on the right track. And I think everybody should learn how to respect each other. Respect goes a long way. Kindness goes a long way. Every man don't want nothing because they open the door. Every man don't want anything because they carry a bag. Just like every lady don't want money because they think you look nice, or they have told you you smell good, or they just give you a compliment. Fellas, it's all about mutual respect. And in today's society, um, it has been modernized. So how do we get back there? I think that depends on the relationship between that man and that woman at that time, or the friend. In saying this, I don't think it's dead. I think it's just being modernized, and we have to find ways to continue to be chivalrous and love on each other. It's all about love, respect, and appreciation. Thank you all for always listening in. You know, you, you always know I gotta throw in some. Since we talking about chivalry, I better to chivalrize it better than so thank you all for listening in. Open your ears and set your motherfucking house. This is Couple Season. Get a lot more from me. Here we go.
Until the end of time, I'll be there for you. You own my heart and mind. Truly adore you. I one day struck me blind. Your beauty I still see. Love's too weak
basementbanner13 at gmail.com. Basementbanner13 at gmail.com. You will have us covered 10 episodes. And we gonna get into a lot of relationship stuff going around this time that I have got emails on. But until then, let's mesmerize your mind.
In a world, you were sex. I love my cool attitude you took. My body was next. You made love to me like you were afraid. Was you afraid of me? Was I the best?